Hey guys, Jen here to talk to you about the awesome weekend of wrestling that we had with Worlds Collide and Royal Rumble. So we're going to jump right into that because we have a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to start with Worlds Collide, but before I get right to that, I just wanted to make sure you guys have had a chance to check out my last video, which was a review of Westside Extreme Wrestling's first marquee event of 2020 called Back to the Roots. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because at Worlds Collide, every single match had at least one WXW alumni. So I want to stress the importance of WXW's presence and importance in the business. So we'll jump right into Worlds Collide. We had Finn Balor versus Ilya Dragunov. And Finn Balor won, but Ilya Dragunov looked amazing as always. Awesome representation of a WXW alumni, like I was just speaking of, and they had a great match. The next was the Cruiserweight title match, four-way between Garza, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Jordan Devlin, and Travis Banks. Jordan Devlin won the match. He is the new Cruiserweight champion. Afterwards, he grabbed the mic and said, "Do you believe me now?" It was a big moment for Jordan Devlin. I'll be the first to admit I was never exactly the president of the Jordan Devlin fan club, but he really impressed me in this match. He's been impressing me a lot on NXT UK lately. So really great stuff there. Honestly, for me, this was one of the matches of the night. This was, I mean, they honestly, it could be, I know it's a little early to discuss. We're only in January still, but I mean, these guys might have been match of the year. They did that great. I really love this match. It was fantastic. Next, we had DIY picking up the win over Mustache Mountain, as if there was any doubt. It's DIY. Oh my god, how awesome did they look back together? How exciting was that? Their chemistry, they haven't missed a beat. They looked amazing. Let's hope we get to see this again in the future because it was a lot of fun and very heartfelt and very beautiful, and I was so happy to see them back together. So that's so exciting. So then we had Rhea Ripley defeated Toni Storm. And then in your main event, the thing that I've been waiting to talk to you guys about, the thing that I am gushing over, you guys know I have to talk about how proud I am of Imperium. They picked up the win over the Undisputed Era. So gigantic win for Imperium. This was an excellent match, especially all things considered. The most important thing, and I can't stress this enough, is that Alexander Wolf is okay. That was really scary moment to happen in the match. My heart dropped, and it's amazing how fast your perspective on things change. Like, at that moment, during watching that match, obviously, I wanted Imperium to win, like, so bad I can't even tell you guys. Like, that's Imperium, that's my heart. But when Alexander Wolf went down like that, nothing in the world mattered unless he was okay. So, thank goodness he's okay. And I'm so proud of Imperium. I'm just bursting with joy. I just love him so much. Okay, so Royal Rumble. I didn't think that it would be possible to even come close to Worlds Collide. I didn't think that I could possibly enjoy Royal Rumble nearly as much as I did Worlds Collide. And I'm not saying that either one was better, but Royal Rumble definitely brought the big fight. So, in speaking of bringing the big fight, we open that with Roman Reigns defeating Baron Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match, and I think that was a fantastic match to open the show. One of my favorite matches of the night. It was really fun. It was a hot opener. It got the crowd into it. It was chaotic. At one point, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode interfered, and then the Usos kind of evened up the odds on Roman's behalf. Just very chaotic match, real fun. The crowd was they were so into it. Great finish. Real enjoyable stuff. All right, so then we had the Women's Royal Rumble, and there was a lot of great stuff in that match. I want to talk about that. It was great to see talent like Zelina Vega, who is amazing at everything she does, but The downside of that is she's such an amazing manager that we just don't get to see her in the ring as much as we should, and she has all the talent in the world in that department as well. So it was nice to see her represented in there. Beth Phoenix, of course, Molly Holly, Mercedes Martinez. We even got Santina Marella. So that was a lot of fun. That was a nice lighthearted spot. That was, always enjoyable to see Santina again. It's been a while, so hey girl. I think that this one should have went to Shayna Baszler, but what are you gonna do? They went the predictable route. Charlotte Flair ended up winning, and the other unfortunate thing for that, for me, just in my opinion, it made the other two women's matches on the card completely predictable. I was like, okay, well, we know Bayley's going to retain. We know Becky's going to retain, and it's going to be which one of those two of the four horsewomen is she going to face? Is she going to go after Becky? Is she going to go after Bayley? I don't know. I'm thinking she's going to go after Becky, but I guess, she's leaving us hanging, so I guess that remains to be seen. What are you going to do? That's how that one goes. So then Bayley defeated Lacey Evans. Bray Wyatt defeated Daniel Bryan. I thought that was a really good match. I got to say, unpopular opinion time, I missed the theatrics. I honestly missed the red lighting. I think it's what makes The Fiend the Fiend. Everything, the kind of movie appeal of the match. It makes it something different. It makes it unique, and it just, I don't know. I missed it. I missed the theatrics that go involved with all of that. But they had an awesome finish. The one thing I really did like about this match was that it seemed like Daniel Bryan was Bray's biggest threat at this point. He was the one that brought the biggest fight to him, in my opinion. I think that, it looked a lot of the time like it could have gone Daniel Bryan's way, but Bray Wyatt is still our champion. So then we had Asuka versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch ended up winning there, and she's still the champion. So then we had the men's Royal Rumble. A lot of stuff to cover on this one. First thing I'm going to bring up is I think Eric Rowan went out too soon. He's been built up so much over the past few weeks that just to see him get eliminated straight away was a little disappointing. We still don't know what's in the cage. I'm hoping it's not a snake. So what do you guys think is in the cage? I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's going to remain a mystery for the time being. So if you have any theories on that, feel free to drop it in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. So then, of course, we got to talk about the biggest deal of the night. How there couldn't have been a dry eye anywhere in the wrestling community when Edge made his comeback. It honestly gets me a little even just to talk about it in the video. To hear the rumors is one thing. It's not like he was completely unexpected. There was a lot of talk online about him coming back, but to actually see it come to fruition and see him when he walked down that ramp, his facial expressions and everything, and for me personally, from being in the business, I think one thing that is the biggest tragedy in wrestling, one of the biggest tragedies in wrestling, is not to be able to end your career on your own terms. I was lucky enough to get to pick my moment, and I wish that for everybody who enters the business. And to see Edge get to come back, it was just a beautiful moment. I don't know how you could possibly not cry or get emotional thinking and talking about that. So, then you had, I guess I need a minute. So, I guess the other thing we got to talk about, of course, is who ended up victorious at the end of the night. And this, in my opinion, it completely went to the right person. I'm so happy for Drew McIntyre. This was a beautiful moment to watch. This was so awesome. He eliminated Brock. He had the little stare down at the end with Brock. It just seems like, we didn't have much of a mystery to wait for on Monday Night Raw to see who he was going to challenge at WrestleMania. This is a long time coming for Drew. It's really cool. As far as the men's Rumble, there was less surprises as far as numbers, but we had the giant surprise of Edge coming back. But I'm just saying we had people like, you know, Beth Phoenix and Mighty Molly and even Mercedes and Shayna and Santina and all these things that we didn't expect in the Women's Royal Rumble. There's only so many spots, so there's only so many numbers. I can understand why the men's didn't have as many surprises. Somebody that I was kind of expecting to see was Cain Velasquez. Somebody else, well, obviously I would have liked Imperium in there. I think the greatest chance of that would have been Walter, but, you know, only so many spots. So, who was somebody that wasn't in the Rumble that you were kind of expecting? Oh, John Cena. That's another one that I just thought of right now. Yeah, so who would you guys have either maybe sort of expected to see or that you would have wanted to see? Drop it in the comments below. And again, congratulations to WXW alumni, Drew McIntyre. Thanks. Have a good night, guys.